So guys, we got two great hunts for you this week. We had a cold front come through the Midwest October 28th and 29th. So we're going to send you to Brandon in Ohio and James in Illinois and see what they were able to do with that cold front.
Okay, we're set up here in a creek bottom. Temperatures dropped, well, last 24 hours it's dropped like 15, 20 degrees. The high today was only 39. I went this morning, but I didn't see the buck I was after, but it still was a good morning. I didn't take the camera because it was raining. It rained all night, cold front pushed in, brought in a rain front, and I was scared to take the camera, didn't want to tear it up, so we're back in here this evening, and I've got high hopes. Like I said, we're in a creek bottom, and there's a scrape behind me on an old logging road. And it runs directly behind me and down into the creek. The deer use it, and there's a creek crossing down about 25 yards down over my left front shoulder. And I've got a camera about 70 yards down the creek where the two come together. And I've got about a 165, 170. Typical 12. We named him Rooster Cockburn. Well, I did, my daughter did. And that's the deer we're in here after, but there's another buck that I would shoot. And she named him, my daughter named him too, Bucket Bull. He's a mainframe 8-point, real wide, big bodied. But either one of them two I'd shoot. The rest, I'd probably pass. I've got several bucks on camera right down here in this creek, but only 2 shooters so far. It's early still, it's October, into October. But this morning was pretty good. I had 2 does and a button buck and 2 bucks, small basket rack 8 and a 6-point, and they were in here chasing each other all around. So I mean, I think it's getting close. I think some of the does are getting ready to come in heat. It's not there yet, but it's a good part of the rut, you know, pre-lock. And I'm hoping one of these big boys makes a mistake and moves into daylight. But it's kind of a tight spot. Everything's still green. I've got a few shooting holes. The footage probably will be quick and tough, but I'm hoping to pull it off. It ought to be interesting though. Stick with me. You're watching Whitetail 365.
Alright guys, this is October 29th, and last night I ended up harvesting this buck, and I guess you could say this is kind of a post-hunt interview. Reason being is I didn't get it on video, so I mean, I'm really disappointed, but sometimes that happens. Started out this morning, or well, yesterday morning on October 28th. I had 2 small bucks come in, and later a doe, and the same 2 small bucks come back through chasing her, and I elected to come back in for another sit that evening. And it got to be about 6 o'clock. I hadn't seen anything yet. Had the camera all set up, done my interview, done my pan of the scenery and all my shooting lanes. Everything was ready, and I look up and I see this guy coming, and there's 2 trails at the end of this point. Both go past my tree, but the one to the right goes behind my tree, and there's no way possible to get on him if he takes that trail. So I get the camera all ready, all set up, and I turn around to see where he's at, and he's coming up the right side trail, and I knew then it was going to be tough. Really, the only thing I could get is a shot of him in one of my holes, and so I had to take the camera arm all the way around the back side of the tree, get the camera in that hole. I hit record and turned around and got my bow, and by then he was already in the first hole, and I went ahead and drew back, and he stops, and the wind's real swirly down where I was hunting. It's a creek bottom, and he's sitting there and he's just testing the wind, and all of a sudden he flinches, and I'm like, oh no, you know, because that's normally, he caught my wind, and I couldn't let him go no further or he was gone. So I took the shot, and here he is. He's a mainframe 8-point with Fort G2s. Got good mass, nice kicker off this G2. I got pictures of him in velvet in September, but that was it. I didn't get any pictures of him through October, and I haven't checked the cameras since about a week ago. I might have him on there now, but as far as I know, I only got 1 picture of him. So he wasn't a regular, I don't think, but he was a homeboy. I mean, I think he's real old. Not sure how old yet. I'm going to find out, but I'm tickled to death as a hunter to harvest a deer like this, but it was a little disappointing to not get it on video, especially for Whitetail 365. So I thought I'd do this interview and share this hunt with you, and share this deer with you. And I still got an Indiana tag, and it's early in the season still. Rut's still, the best of the rut's still to come, so I think I can close the deal on another one in Indiana. But he's a dandy. I'm proud of him.
It's October the 29th. We've had a major cold front come through a couple days ago. These deer are starting to get on their feet. A lot of the small bucks are just harassing the does like crazy right now. Seeing a lot of chasing. We missed our alarm today. Ended up getting out here about 8 o'clock. Climbed up in the stand. Got the bow up, got an arrow knocked. Was in the process of unpacking the camera gear. Heard some groaning coming down the hill behind us. Nice mature buck come up to about 15 yards. Went ahead and put a shot on him. We're gonna give him a little bit and go take a look. First heard this buck, he was up on this hill grunting. Ended up coming right down this path. Shot was about right there. Hopefully he's down. We're gonna go take a look here in a minute. Oh, we've given this buck a couple hours that we shot this morning. Went back home, grabbed the dog here. We're training our labs to blood trail, so it should be a good experience for her. She's still got a lot of pup in her. Deer's had plenty of time to expire. It's a pretty good shot, pretty confident in it. The arrow's here, shot from the stand, right there, about 15 yards. We're gonna see if we can get her on the trail and recover this buck. Well, we shot this buck this morning, right at about 8 o'clock. Just climbed in the stand. Gave him a few hours, come out, brought the dog out for some training experience. She did a great job tracking him, led us right to him. Nice 10-pointer. We had pictures of him in September, and he kind of disappeared off the property. No pictures that I know of recently. He must have just, with this cold front that came in, he must have just come back in. Deer are on their feet, starting to chase does a little bit. Rut's starting to progress. After we got a nice buck down.
You guys can see those two great hunts. Self-filming is a challenge. It's definitely not anything that's easy. I know we go over this over and over, but self-filming is a big thing that we do, and it's very, very difficult to make everything line up. And in both these instances, it didn't quite work out as planned, but we got a lot of it still on film, enough to be able to bring you guys what we hope can be a quality video this week. And the cold fronts coming in were the big thing for both of them. Two varying states away, and same effects. The deer are up on their feet that time of the month anyways, and the cold front just kind of kicks it in a little bit more. It's cool to see he got his James got his tracking dog in on the action. I know she's young and still in training, but it looks like she's well on her way to being an important part of his equation if need be. So that's pretty cool. We hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode, and we've got more coming for you. As always, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe on YouTube.